Well, welcome to all you sports fans who've tuned in for this OBBL Round 4 matchup between the Dwarves and the Norse, and it's an absolute cracker of a start for the Norse, who have come out and only narrowly not narrowly avoided, but very nearly causing a fatality to the Dwarves in the first salvo of friggin' hits. Unbelievable start, just crazy start. The medical team for the Dwarves rushing out and able to save Hard Cheese, blast Hard Cheese. He was saved from a fatality. However, he will be missing next game. These Dwarves seem to be taking an absolute beating early in the season. They come into this game with 3 new additions to their usual 11. And the Norse look to be up and about. I reckon he's going to be well acquainted with the crowd the very next turn. But it looks like the Norse have won the toss, elected to receive the ball, putting the Dwarves on defence. It's going to be hard. It's going to be hard now. The Norse have come out and busted the armour of the Dwarves very quickly. We've got both Troll Slayers who've taken a hit. Oh, and the Norse coming out to do even more damage. Just drop the elbow in, and that's another knockout. That is a huge start for the Norse. And that's the only Agility 3 Dwarf player on the field. The Norse lose one themselves. So the Blokes have started the season very well. They're sitting on a comfortable 2 wins, a draw and a loss. And the Dwarves are sitting on 2 wins, no draws and a loss. A correction for the Blokes: 2 wins, a draw, no losses. The Dwarves: 2 wins, no draws and a loss. So 7 points to the Blokes, 6 to the Dwarves. Dwarves coming off a rough round 3 matchup at the hands of the Wizards. Wizards did some damage. Nothing permanent, but certainly going to impact this game. Dwarves sticking together here. They don't want to be exposed. MSD3K, the last thing that they want to be doing is having more players off the pitch. I stand corrected. The Blitzer, the only Agility 3 player for the Dwarves. He's still out there. There he is. Dirk Squarejaw. Key to the Dwarves' game plan today, you would think. The Norse were able to isolate him and take him out of the game. The Dwarves are going to have a very hard day. You would imagine that the Blokes are going to probably take advantage of this. Probably a nice slow drive. Grind their way down the pitch, try and take a few of the Dwarves with them. They don't have a huge amount of hitting power against Armour 9, no claw to speak of. But I suppose, now that they've got a numbers advantage, that will help them to protect their Armour 7. Here we go indeed. For those of you just tuning in, the Norse have elected to receive. Came out in the opening line of blocks and did 2 removals. Blast Hard Cheese was a fatality, but the medical staff ran onto the field, saved him, and then at the hands of a foul, Bob Johnson was knocked out. Was a very good start, and then Punch Rockgroin was stunned in the opening salvo as well. So it was a huge opening set of blocks for the Norse, and really set up this drive. So yeah, just to reiterate, we've got the Dwarves are significantly undermanned. They've got 3 new additions. You'll see the loners here and here. That's due to the hands of the Wizards last week. They've got 3 players missing this game, and unfortunately for the Dwarves, it's 3 of their more agile players, with just the one on the pitch at the moment. Dirk Squarejaw probably going to be key to this matchup. If the Dwarves do stand any chance to put a score up, he's probably going to be vital. He is a block dodge player, so oh, this is insane. That is, the Dwarves are leaving the pitch like nobody's business. So the Dwarves go back to their defence, which is already split, and have 8 on the pitch. As I said before, I think the Norse are probably going to take their time with this one. I think we're going to see a nice slow drive up the pitch, really just picking off Dwarves one at a time. I wouldn't be surprised too to see them push them towards the sideline and start to get them off the pitch. They did start fouling early, but with the send-off, I don't think we'll see much more of that. We're on 10 on 8. Let's see, Joel had a really good start to the season. He won his first 2 games against the 2 Chaos teams. Let's see if he can get himself back into this. Significantly under strength, no guard to speak of, and up against 3 strength 4 players in the Norse. He's the man with the wheelbarrow is Joel right now. He's got the work ahead of him. It's time to see. I think it's time for him to show us all what he's really got. Quite adept at coaching undersized humanoids. Joel coming to the competition last season with halflings. So his tactics of, getting short, hairy, merry type teams over the line is renowned. But we'll see how that goes. It's the short dwarves versus the taller dwarves in the Norse. Oh dear, I need a co-commentator, I think. But that's okay. Oh, the 1 dice block pays off. So here comes Rock Punch Groin. Punch Rock Groin even. Gets himself into the play. So you think you're probably going to pressure the ball here, but you might wait. I'd like to see Rock Groin get up right into the ball carrier's face here, make him respond to that. But he's guarding space at the moment, making sure that player can't just stand up. More than welcome, Jawa, but don't feel like you need to. This is the good community that we've got here in the OBBL. Just looking after one another. So again, we've had quite a bit of attrition going on so far. The Dwarves the Dwarves are on defense and really copped a very angry Norse team in the first couple of hits. A fatality which was saved by the medical team of the Dwarves. That's a bit of block on block. We'll see a lot of that today. But the medical team of the Dwarves saving Blast Hard Cheese. He'll miss next game, but able to bring him back from the grave. And then the Dwarves, the first one was a foul, which resulted in a... Oh, there we go. There's another one off. He's all right though. But a foul in the first turn, got another knockout for the Norse, and then just it was the loner D. He copped one at the hands of a Sneezy E in the second turn. So it's been a fast attrition for the Dwarves, who probably aren't used to copping that. This is nice movement. You've got a really wide open pitch now for the Norse to run down. They can really sort of grab a handful of pitch position and then really sort of push the remaining Dwarves towards the sideline. So down to 10 on 7 on the pitch. Yeah, inviting the Dwarves towards the sideline's a clever play here. All that frenzy, it's the quickest way to get rid of a Dwarf, although he doesn't seem to be having any trouble with it. These pointless goalposts are really in the way, aren't they? And here comes the blitz. We'll get a second go at it, and again, you'll just see him starting to work them towards the sideline. I tell you, I wouldn't be like to be the Dwarves right now. There's at least 3 of them there that are probably going to end up in the crowd in the next couple of turns. He's got himself into a spot of bother. Really like to see Dirk Squarejaw get himself back over, but I suppose the coach has told him to stay away from the hurt because he's his only chance to run an offense. For those of you who are just joining us, the Dwarves are playing without their 2 starting runners and 1 of their starting blitzers, so they've only got 1 player who's got the agility to handle the ball effectively, and have now copped some attrition, so we could be in for this one to be over early, but here he goes. So Squarejaw gets the hit. That's a good one. Starting to impose himself, which is good. There's no tackle to speak of on the Norse team, so his additional dodge will be handy. Keeping himself away from trouble at this point in time, though. So at this point in time, I don't know. It's going to be hard for the Dwarves to reposition here. They've got as they're significantly under strength. I said before they're up against 3 strength 4 players. You'll see there with the additional strength up on the Norse lineman. That's his. Yeah, I'm not going to try and say that. I can't even read it properly. That's a really nice addition. Typically you don't want too many skill ups on the Norse lineman. Excuse me, I'm just going to invite in my co-host. So I suppose the Dwarves just trying to get some sort of line going, get themselves back into a position where they can try and get in the way of this run. They got blockers out in front though, the Norse. It's going to be really hard for them to get back in front of that Norse cage, and yeah, I think they're up against it at this point in time.
Good morning.
Jawa, thank you for joining us. How are you?
Not too bad, not too bad. Thank you for the invite. I know how hard it is to commentate by yourself.
Oh, that's a big move. That's Rockgroin standing up and really imposing himself. Leaves himself against the sideline though. Have you got the screen up, Jawa?
I do indeed. I've just brought it up now.
Yeah,
Troll Slayer.
Yeah, so he's a blodge Troll Slayer too. So I think we're going to see the Norse jump on this. I think
Absolutely.
You'll see them, or he could go in the crowd as well. Oh no, that's a.
He hasn't done too bad with his defense, considering that it was split, and he is missing a lot of players suddenly.
Yeah, I was surprised to see the Norse hold off on a really aggressive run down the pitch. I expected them to come down and really try and grab pitch position early while the Dwarves were separated, but I think he's gone for more of an attrition.
When you can take out, what was it, 3 people?
Yeah, 3 in the opening 2 turns, and then get another.
You start thinking it's going to go your way.
Yeah, absolutely.
But it's Blood Bowl though, isn't it? Which means if you do get an advantage, you should try and take it as quickly as possible because it can turn.
It does.
The very next turn.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. I think we're going to see. Oh no.
No, that's fine. You can still blitz.
Yeah, the body's going to hold him in.
You should see public. Pubic edema. Come on.
And here it comes.
Here it comes.
Yeah, there he
Right,
goes.
yeah.
So that's the Dwarves down to just 6 players on the pitch. Just
And
6
now he
players
has
on the
got
pitch.
that sideline. He really just has to try and take out the chunk. And then
Yeah,
he's pretty much got that whole wing to himself.
he does.
And that's the worst thing. I think I heard during the commentary, putting it to the side with all that frenzy, it just
Yeah.
becomes dangerous.
It does.
You can never really, like, where that chunk is, if he stays there, he's in trouble next turn. That's a frenzy.
Yep, absolutely. I suppose the Norse are being clever here too. They haven't overly based the Dwarves, haven't really given them many hits. Aware of the fact that they're armor 7 and can't really...
Can't fight. Yeah, they can't take the punishment, can they?
No, but
Unless,
at this
of course,
point in
you're
time...
Amazons.
Yeah, well, my goodness.
That was... Armor value 7 holds up sometimes.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, it's... Yeah, they're I don't even know. They're I mean, guard is supreme. With 4 players with guard, I think their run, their draw has been favourable. So when we all saw them drop into that pool, we all thought that these Zons are going to have a really rough season. But not having to play the Chaos Dwarves and the Dwarves until rounds 4 and 5 meant that they've just been able to build that guard profile. They carried in, what, 4 guard against you?
And that's what lost it.
Yeah.
There was no dice that went either way. There was not even the strategies. I think all the strategies on both sides were pretty even.
Yeah.
It's just 4 guard just meant that, if I try and base them to get it, they couldn't get away. We could just guard them out.
Yeah.
Or if I tried to screen, he could just blitz through anything. It was just difficult, but oh well. He's a good player. That's what happens.
Yeah, Lonas he's having a ripper season. Was he 3 wins, a draw, and a loss, and no losses now. So
he's in. I'm pretty certain he's going to make it top 2 at least.
Yeah, so he's got Bubba in the last round. So if Bubba wins this week, he can get to 3-1-1, and that would mean that Lonas would lose next week for Bubba to get to 3-1-1. Also putting Lonas on 3-1-1. And then Bubba would have the head-to-head on him. So it's not quite 100%.
Because I also played Hedgehog the last round. So the top 4 players...
all playing each other in the last.
Beautiful.
Yeah. Which will be... Bubba... But it's a simple scenario for Bubba. He needs to win his last 2 rounds.
Yep.
Lonas just needs to just draw the last round and he secures it.
Yep.
But, I mean, it's not... I don't think...
If everyone gets draws and I can somehow sneak a win, I might sneak something.
Oh, wow.
Ow.
Yeah, that's the second casualty. That's the second casualty this game for Sneezy E.
It's not looking good. But
no, I stand corrected.
He was going to get pushed out the field as well. That's the worst thing.
Yeah.
He did leave him there. Nothing you could do about it.
Nah, he was either in the crowd or that's just a fortuitous Kaz. I suppose that's the advantage of Mighty Blow, isn't it?
Absolutely. And that's the weird thing, isn't it? Do you like mass Mighty Blow, or do you like just having it once or twice? Because I've built Chaos Dwarf teams where the first skill was just Mighty Blow everywhere. And it doesn't seem to work, but just having it once or twice on a couple of players seems to come up more often.
Yeah, I like having... I sort of tend to build my teams into a bit of a kit bag, sort of bit of everything, sort of have someone who can... like if you reference the Elves I was coaching last season, different ways to sack the ball. Really... And I'm the same with, if I was going to play a bash team, I'd try and have a little bit, someone who's specifically good at taking out the armor 7 guys, so you tackle Mighty Blow type. And if you can take a claw Mighty Blow who's dangerous against some of the bigger guys, then that's good. I like still someone who can sack the ball. So I don't like spamming any particular one skill, with the exception of, say, guard. I think Orc teams that are spamming guard become insanely good. And that's where the spam of Mighty Blow, I think, falls down. When you run into a team that you spammed guard instead of Mighty Blow, you're not getting the hits.
No.
I think
You're really not, are you?
Nah, I think no matter how you build your team into killers, it's still a fairly low percentage to get a casualty. To get more casualties, you need to maximise your blocks. And that's my mentality. But then, you see teams that come out and just absolutely mash teams, and then they, you get that situation where somebody jumps in the chat and go, Morgs, you're full of shit.
But that's it. I mean, if you roll 10s, you roll 10s, don't you?
That's it.
Doesn't make a difference anymore. As we can see here, I don't think he's got two. How many Mighty Blow have we got? One.
Just one.
We've got one Mighty Blow. And yet we're looking at 2 casualties, 2 knocked out, 1 in the kit.
Yeah.
Do you start fouling? We've had extra casualty. I think he's got no reserve though, has he?
No.
Okay. I was going to say, if you had one more reserve, maybe the fouling would commence. Just because you got the number advantage again.
Yep. Yeah, absolutely.
Like, 10 to 8. Yep. 10 to 7, you can still go for that foul and not be too concerned.
Yeah, we're at 10 to 5 now.
But
on the pitch.
I don't think there's okay, you've got the blitzer. I think if the blitzer goes down, you might see a foul. If you can get a juicy one.
I agree.
But I think everyone else is just, you don't bother anymore, do you?
No. Dirk Squarejaw, if he's not playing in the second half, it's going to be tough to see the Dwarves.
Yeah, what do? You've literally just got movement for maybe a Troll Slayer. Oh, you've got the Blodging Troll Slayer.
Yep.
It's like picking up with a Bull Centaur, really, just a little bit slower.
Yep.
Well, I like it. I like it what Kobe's doing. He's just staying within that wide zone.
Oof.
Ooh, that was...
Dump Beef Knob. He does a bubba.
Nice. Does a bubba. No, a real bubba wouldn't have had to use a reroll.
Yeah. Fact. Fact.
Or, dodge, pass a long bomb and make a touchdown.
Yeah, absolutely. I saw that play.
That was bullshit. I did nothing wrong.
It was Bubba for sure.
It didn't help that I did the double ones on the blitz just beforehand. That hurt even more.
Yeah.
Who are you playing this week?
The Wizards have got stadium security, so Chaos. And that's the Chaos with the Minotaur and the 3 Warriors. Mad Dog good. Coaching.
Yep.
So he's had a reasonable season. He's sitting 1-1-1. And the security have got they've got a Claw Minotaur. And they have a Claw Beastman, a Sure Hands Beastman. I think that's it, if I can remember correctly.
Oh, that's right. I saw that one. I think I did a video about it. But I actually don't mind his team. I like where it's going. It's probably not this season that he's going to excel, but it's looking better and better.
Yeah, that's clever.
I like
Made
that.
sure he's got the frenzy follow up. That's good. That's clever.
But
he's going to put him next to the ball.
If that had been a double push, he does have someone on the ball carrier. He still does.
Still does. Yep.
I mean, why not just stand up and red dye?
Absolutely.
What's going to happen? Your team's going to get dismantled? It already has.
So, wow.
Oh, this is...
And the APO's gone, so that's a niggle. That's a sticking niggle.
That's just
this is in... Look at those dice. 5, 6, 6, 4, 5.
Then a 2.
Dodge saves him. Lodge doesn't save him this time, though.
I still say Blodge is the most overrated defensive mechanism in this game.
Yeah. I think, do we see a foul here? He can get a plus 1, 2, 3. No, I doubt it now. That's clever. That's making sure it's going to be a red die regardless.
Yep.
Look at that. That's messy. It's a niggle.
Oh, here's a foul. Yeah, he saw it. He gets it. Only a stun.
Yeah.
I
did it.
It was worth it though. As you said,
Yeah.
that's the linchpin for the second half, isn't it? That guy.
Yeah. That's 2 fouls for 2 send-offs.
He's got my
always amazed at how often a player gets sent off for fouling. Now I know it's to roll doubles is 1 in 6, and I know if you break armor, you've got to roll that twice. So you're effectively looking at a 1 in 3 to get sent off on an effective armor break. But still, it seems as though it's either every single time or never. Do you know what I mean?
Oh no, I do, because I'm in the first category. I do a little foul. I'm like, I'll just do a cheeky foul with 7 guys. Double 1, rightio.
Oh, and there's double 1s. Oh, and a break as well.
And a stun.
Wow. What a drive from the Norse here. They have just come out. They've obviously had their Wheaties this morning. And are just monstering these Dwarves.
Give me 2 minutes, I started up.
Oh, that's just... There's another one down. So now the Dwarves have got 5 guys on the pitch.
He's going to need those rerolls. He'll have 2 turns at least to get the knockouts back, which is important.
Yeah.
Was there a TV? Were any inducements?
There was. There should have been. But I didn't actually see the inducements to the start. What have we got here? Is that a bra? No, that's Fame. Yeah, he's still going to go for it.
Here we go. He's going for it again.
Yeah.
He's going for it again. But he's comfortable. Turn 7, yeah. What's the chance of 3 times, huh? In a row?
Well, like I said, it seems to be always either
one or the other.
Yeah.
We're about to find out.
It's through. It's just a stun.
Done, so...
There you go. Proved me wrong again.
No, you're still right, because normally if you get 2 fouls and 2 send-offs, you don't generally go for the 3rd time.
No, I think, though, that... I think this is going to be something we'll see from this team, especially as they build a bench. The first skill on the lineman that was taken by the woke blokes was the dirty player.
Yeah.
So I think it's something that the Gifted's identified that he's going to be taking attrition. That's just part of coaching Norse. That's a 5+ dodge. And I think that he's going to just try and be the glass cannon. Sure, he's going to take some hits, but he wants to be able to impose as much attrition on the opposition and hopefully keep it even.
I know, because we're seeing what happens with Armour Fairy 7 not Skaven in the 3rd season of our series.
Mm. Yeah, absolutely.
I mean, you ran the pro elves with our Armour Fairy 7, but elves can get out of trouble a lot easier than say the agility 3 teams.
Oh, absolutely. And the thing with elves, if the ones that you leave in trouble, generally speaking, are blodge, and as much as it is, it's nowhere near as reliable as what it feels like it should be. It still does keep you out of trouble a lot more than
because it makes certain players have to come in to get them.
Yeah, that's right.
Or as you said, blodge is blodge, but if you've got 8 or 9 of your players with blodge, that changes the dynamic. It's only when you've got 1 or 2 blodges, some players feel like they should be invulnerable.
Mm. Oh, absolutely. You do. You get blodge, you're like, okay, that guy's surviving. No, not necessarily.
I'll just leave him out here, not a problem. Right. So he got 1 knockout back. So he's not. What we got? 5, 6, 7 versus. We got 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So if he can get that other knockout back, That's 8 versus 9.
And if you can get some damage on this line here...
Yep, 2 turns. Here we go.
I'm surprised it didn't stack the line here. I don't know if... I wonder if he's seen the clock. I wonder if he's aware...
That this is not... Yeah, this is turn 8.
Because I wouldn't be worried about the ball right now. If he throws it, I would be going... He's throwing it. Yeah.
He's throwing it.
I don't think he was aware that it was turn 8. That's the only thing that you could possibly...
That is a bad missed opportunity there, isn't it?
Yeah. That is...
He maybe have just gone for the SPP, but you do that after... It's... Free give me's right there.
Yeah. Yeah, the Troll Slayer and the Blitzer in the backfield should have been enough to be able to give him that turn after he's thrown some hits.
Yep.
You know, you throw your 3 blocks. You keep 1 dwarf free for the blitz if one of them doesn't go down. Maximise. That's at least 8 dice that you're rolling at. You know, guys that don't have dodge.
With the re-rolls.
Yeah, he's got re-rolls.
Especially with a Troll Slayer with Frenzy, like you've just got...
Yeah.
There's so much opportunity to do it then.
Yeah.
And his knockout stayed out. So, a 2-man deficit for the Dwarves.
Yeah. And again, so that was 8 dice missed. And then he's going to roll at least 6 here, if he sets it up properly. But...
mind you, it's Blood Bowl, and he could have just... It does things to your mind sometimes.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely.
You could have just gone, I've had enough already, let's end this game.
Yeah. Yeah. I think the Dwarves are still a chance here.
They can draw it.
They've got a significant strength disadvantage here. As they are, what are they, 7v9, but, you know, 3 of those 9 players they're up against the strength 4.
Yeah.
A further...
With Frenzy.
Yeah.
Oh,
an extra reroll for the Dwarves,
kick.
that's handy.
I think that hurts more for Dwarves, to be honest.
Yeah, that does. That really hurts.
That really, really hurts them, because you're only going to get 1 guy over there.
Yeah.
Run, you little pudgy guy.
Yeah.
That...
I'm not a huge fan of the setup to start with.
I don't know. 7 on the 9, as you said, 3 strength 4 players as well. 2 of them with Frenzy. 4 of them with Frenzy. I don't think you've got... And you're only movement 4 across the board except for 2 guys.
Yeah.
Like, your options are not that great, are they?
No. I like what he's doing here, though, going, okay, I'm not going to try and pick up the ball this turn.
Yeah.
Because when you're 7v9, if these 3 Dwarves are able to stun even 2 of these players, that brings it back to 7 versus 7 for the next... Oh, that's 1 dice.
Yeah, that's...
Again, strange move. I know that this team... yeah, I know that this team's very... very keen on a 1 dice block. They don't mind it at all. But when you can maximise and get 2...
I'm fine with Chorfs. 1 die is not too bad when the other guy doesn't have block.
Yeah. Again,
especially if it's the last action, second last action, you go, yeah, 1 in 6, whatever. It's effectively a GFI. It's a 2+ dodge that the elves do at the last of their turns.
Yeah.
So yeah, as much as I am not a fan of... I think he may have been better off moving across and putting a second tackle zone on instead.
Yeah,
I agree. Ball.
Yeah, the 1 dice block, I agree that it's a 1 in 6 to fail, but you've only got a 2 in 5 of success.
Well, that's really it. I guess it's horses for courses, isn't it? A dwarf with armor value 9 with block. Depending on who you're up against, for example, you know, say the Amazon Lions woman, it's not too bad. As you said, it's only 2 that can get through. Actually, in that case, it's 50% because of tackle.
Yeah.
And that's it. Yeah. If you've got block versus non-block, it's actually 50%. to get through.
On a one dice.
That's why.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, which is why I don't mind it only with dwarves.
Yep.
Because.
But I suppose what he gave up by doing that was that 2 dice against these Norse, you're at 55% to knock them down. And you're getting a shot at armor 7 when you knock them down with 2 dice. So he sacrificed that for a 1 dice block where he's looking at a 33% chance of success. Yep. So he's hurt himself by like 1 in 5. Lost 20% probability for I don't really know what. I can't identify what he was trying to achieve that was...
I can only think that the first few turns of this game
through him
has just... It's just pretty much going, you know what, get it over and done with.
Pull the band-aid off.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yep.
It's we've all been there. I did it. I got finally got a laptop that I can play Blood Bowl on the PC. Did it with a test game with one of my friends from my tabletop group. First 2 turns, 2 high elf linemen dead, and my catcher missing next game.
Yeah.
And I went first. I'm like,
yeah.
What can you do? Like, I quit at half time and just went, I'm done.
I suppose it's pretty important then, the mindset, isn't it? Because with where Joel was looking, or like what it was looking like, I suppose what he probably needed to hold on to was that, okay, I'm up against armor 7. He's got a couple of players that are sent off. At the end of the half, if he scores turn 8, I'm going to get a chance to hit 3 of his players, and then I'm going to get another chance to hit 3 of his players at the start of the second half. Yep. Which effectively, you get a go at 6 guys. You can, you know, like, all you got to do is pick up 1, 2 knockouts. A casualty would be amazing. And at the start of the second half, if you can get some stuns even, it just gives you the opportunity to get yourself into the drive and into the game. And you just got to keep yourself positive. Go, well, this has been a crap half. This has been a crap drive for the opposition. But I really feel he missed an opportunity.
It can always change though. That's the thing you got to learn, isn't it? In Blood Bowl.
Yeah.
The second half can always change.
Yeah.
Because if that guy got all the 5s and 6s, doesn't mean you can't the next turn.
Absolutely.
And the other thing you have to remember is he's got a Dauntless Blodging Troll Slayer.
Yep. Who's going to be a weapon in coming seasons.
Oh, absolutely. But, I mean, he's got the tools to still take out his Strength 4 players. Like...
What's interesting, hey, the early doubles on the Dwarves, it's almost hurt him in the long run because he's obviously taken dodge on both of them. But they're his skill ups.
Yep.
And you know, you really want guard early with Dwarves, especially in a pool where you're up against, you know, Norse, Chaos, Ogres. You know, you're gonna want some guard.
Dodge on a Troll Slayer. So here's the thing with that. Your agility 2.
Yep.
You're not going to get the full value of dodge, I feel.
No. It's defense only, one. Right?
It is. You haven't got that agility, that 3+ dodge to utilize it. There's that 1 die again.
Yeah. See, this is what I'm talking about. Here we go. This is what he needs to pick him up is just a couple of removals.
Yep.
And he's back on. It's almost level playing field now.
Yep. He's still got his blitz. I mean, if he's doing the 1 die, you might as well go for that nice, juicy little Strength 4.
Going towards the ball. I don't mind
like this. I do. Here comes 2 die uphill.
Now that's bad.
Yep.
He gets away with it. Gets away with it. Now he's looking at that guy.
I'm going to say, if this was SAS Blood Bowl, I would say that the mental games, he's probably just Jesus, 2 die everywhere.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Red dice.
That's pretty much it. I think that says where he feels about this game already. And as an opponent, if you see that, if you see your opponent doing 2 lots of red die,
Yeah.
you're going for blood, don't you now?
Yeah, absolutely. I think you'll see Kobe do that too. I think you'll see that Troll Slayer looking at the crowd in a minute.
Yep.
If Kobe sees it.
I would also chuck in an extra foul, to be honest, just to let my opponent know I'm not going to stop.
Nah. That's the thing
I
too,
think,
isn't it? With Blood Bowl, you can't let your emotion into it. You can't go, oh, he's having a real rough game, I'm going to take my foot off the throat, because it'll be you next week who's having a real rough game, and your opponent's not. You can't expect your opponent to take his foot off the throat. You've just got to go, and you've just got to take it while it's giving it to you.
That's it, and it's amazing, isn't it? People will love to complain about the dice going bad against them, but as soon as they get some good dice, you're really apologetic sometimes, where. As you said in this game, take the good dice rolls when you can get them.
Yeah.
And that's what I was talking to Pass Dog with his game against the Vampires.
Yeah.
He did the right thing. He just went, you know what? I've got all the luck. 16 turns of it. I'm going to milk it for absolutely everything it's worth.
Yeah, absolutely.
And he got a pitch clear, fouls, and a death in the last turn for no particular reason.
Kobe would have loved that.
No, it was Commy.
That's what I meant. I meant to say Commy. Apologies.
Yeah, Commy was very grateful for that last turn 16 kill for in junk time.
Was it a vamp that died?
No, it was a thrall.
Okay.
Didn't get any vamps in the end, but yeah, it was 5 serfs, 3 of them in 1 turn.
That's massive.
It was glorious.
Frenzy helps.
Absolutely, the werewolves just went ballistic, and a lot of chain pushes. He managed to trap him on the corner, and was just shoving around.
Yeah, I've seen that. See, that for me is a strange move. Yeah, he's got himself isolated. Yeah, I've seen that werewolf. A baby's leg is now a claw bomb. Mighty blow, piling on monster.
Yep. Quickly kill it before he gets blocked.
Yep.
Although, would you go block or would you go juggernaut?
Here we go.
Oh.
Well, that's not bad. That's not bad. 1 dice blitz here. He goes down. He can continue on with the ball. You just never know.
And this is blitzer?
Yep. That's what I'd be doing. A blitz onto the runner.
Oh, yeah. I mean, if you're doing uphill rolls, there's a 1 die. Especially against a runner too. Yep, here it is.
He's seen it. Oh, he goes down. Here we go.
Beautiful.
Oh, see, here we go. We're back on level playing field. They're 1-on-1. Here we go. And no tackle. So if this runner, so this blitzer can pick up the ball.
Yep.
Which he does, and he is off and running.
Yep. Go. Yes, perfect.
Will he go for it? Because he can't stay there.
No, he's staying there. 2 GFIs inwards, don't you? Or at least 1.
Oh,
no, he's got to come in 1.
It has to be inwards. Oh, I think he's forgotten about Frenzy here.
Because
he's got the 3 strength 4 guys clustered together. They'll be able to free at least one of them up and go for
Grandmaster Flash is coming. Oh, he didn't even use his other dwarf. Yep, here it is, the 2 die. Push.
Oh, that's handy. But nah, he's free. He's free.
Yeah, exactly. That was it.
Yeah, that needed to be just inward because...
1. Just had to come in 1 die.
Yeah.
One square in.
But this Ulf does not have block. So this is 1 in 9. Doesn't.
But the odds of getting just at least a push.
Yeah.
Even a pushback without dodge, like...
Well, it's 89. 89 that he's going to roll pushes here.
If you see this, and he pulls the defender stumble, I hope he's got dodge on manual. You would go down, I think.
Ooh, he might free up the block one yet, which he does. So he's probably going the block one now.
Yeah. I think that's just smart, isn't it? That's knowing what you need.
Yeah.
And putting the right the right person where he needs to go.
I suppose though, if this is, will
Yep,
he
that's
be able
fine,
to
yep.
recover the ball? I think he's hoping this guy goes in the crowd now.
Does it matter? I mean,
Does he take it or does he go the crowd push? Takes
no,
it.
because you want the ball. Oh no. Oh, I can't pick it up with your wolf.
Yep.
Actually, he might actually try and do it with his other wolf, to be honest. Back there.
As in next turn, try and pick it up.
Yeah, next turn. Didn't get a touch. I wouldn't be surprised if we see the Grandmaster have a cheeky pickup of that.
Yeah, I think you're right. Well, it's so.
I mean,
From what we've seen from Joel, I think we might see the 2 dice uphill blitz here.
can you get the Troll Blitzer up there? He's got jump. No, he hasn't
With
got
2
jump
go
up,
for
has
it's yes,
he? Oh yeah.
but it doesn't give him a +1 unless
The jump up would have been a great skill for the Troll Slayer instead of dodge.
it would have. Because then you go the mighty blow piling on options.
Absolutely, just a troll. You're finally getting down and you just jump straight back up with Dauntless and Frenzy. It's just scary. Here it comes.
He does. Okay.
Now those 2 dice rolls would have knocked down the Wolf.
Yep.
That was a 5 and a 6, which means this blitz is probably not going to go well now.
Your logic. Never tell me the odds.
I'm just saying.
I'm right there with you.
I mean, even on tabletop, if I roll a couple of 5s and 6s with one set of dice, if I have to do something else, I get the next set of dice and just go, I know I've burnt the luck on these ones. Oh, here we go. 2-pack has been shaped.
The Dwarves have a numbers advantage on the pitch.
Yep.
The Dwarves have a numbers advantage on the pitch. They've fought their way back into it.
And he's only got agility 2 players. Here we go.
There it is. That's
fantastic.
huge. That is monster move.
Don't follow up. That's
And
it.
he's broken.
Perfect.
If he can pick up this
the
ball,
pick it
he's
up.
got a reroll.
Yep.
He might just...
I think he might keep it, actually.
That's a 6 for the pickup. Now
He's going to have to go... he went... Oh, no, that's all right. That's a 1 die into the crowd, though.
Yep. 1 die into 2 die into the crowd.
Oh, that's... I'm not sure why he didn't force the dodge.
And he can get back and make it 2 die into 2 die.
Yeah, that's...
Again, that's just a... Oh. That's a handy hold.
That's a very handy hold.
And there's the down. So, what's Gifted thinking here? Does he 3+ dodge to get a 2 dice into 2 dice on that one? Or does he... Oh! That's a frenzy, so he has to knock him down here.
Yeah.
Which he does, but can he get back now? Or it's a break.
No, he can't. I think he's just going to go for the 1 die with a reroll. He's just going to put some pressure on.
Yep.
Push,
and now
there's
it's
the
2
push.
into the crowd.
He jolted everything right.
Yep.
Did everything right.
And that's his agility 3 guy. And that's
Where's
a
the ball
huge
go?
throw in.
Oh, no.
Look at that.
4+ catch on his strength 4.
He will want to skill the
he's
strength 4.
giving it a good
That's
think.
almost worth a reroll.
Yep, you're right.
Yep.
And he gets it.
And now he's clear. Look at that.
Alright.
And that's, do you know what? It was a 2+, 3+, rerolls on both of them for Joel to avoid that. Just a simple miscalculation.
And that's the problem with especially on this version compared to tabletop. Once you've committed to a move,
Yeah.
it's not like chess where you can take. I haven't taken my hand off the piece yet.
Yeah.
And I think I think every player has made the one move and you just go, oh, I should not have done that. So can you stop this now?
Is he going to dodge?
I think.
Oh, that's a loner. Oh, and they're breaking again. So I think what we've seen here is that Joel got the run he needed. He got the run of dice that he needed to get himself back into it, and has just let himself down with a little bit of positioning.
Yep. I think we're going to see this troll. Yep.
Yeah, he's going.
Troll Slayer's going. You're on the strength 4. You don't need to do much with that.
Oh no.
No, he's playing for the win. In that 2 touchdown.
Yeah.
I'm surprised we didn't see that being a blitz, to be honest.
Yeah. I suppose he's saving it in case this doesn't go well.
Well,
potentially.
He's
gonna have to blitz himself off.
Yeah, that's what he's gonna have to do. That's why he didn't do it.
Yeah.
But I probably would have kept that second wolf just where he was, just in case. Yeah.
And there he goes.
There's the push. Ooh.
One of the knockdown, I guess.
He can be caught now. That's the problem. And he used his reroll.
Yeah, so he won't want to go for it.
Nah.
But I suppose if you're gonna go for it now, the fail state is that the ball is still a long way down the pitch. I think this is more about development of this player.
No, the other problem is when you trip over, you kill yourself.
Yeah, that's true. Armor 7, very true.
Yep, that's it's never the punch that kills your good player. It's the absolute bullcrap dice roll for no particular reason. It kills your best player.
Go for it. Yep.
Yep. Here we go. 1 die blitz.
I'd be standing up the other dwarves.
Those 2 guys first. Yep.
Good Blood Bowl basics.
Good to hear that they're watching the stream at the same time.
Absolutely. And why wouldn't you? It's going to go for it too, though.
You've still got 2 re-rolls.
2, 3, 4. Go for it. Rolls the 1.
You've got to go for it. That's fine. 1 die though.
Gets him.
Perfect.
Gets him.
See? Dodge means nothing. Strength 4 means nothing.
And the break. The dream is alive.
Beautiful.
Well, I don't know what dream that is, but...
What do you do? He's got dodge. This is when you might want to dodge out.
One dice.
He's lucky. That is very lucky, because if that was a push...
That was 2 into... Oh, sorry, 1 into 2. Yep.
That's...
Now, that Troll Slayer... the only player who can score. But he can't this turn. He would need to...
No, you can. You block with the Orf, and then blitz with the Orf.
Yeah.
That's the only scoring piece you've got.
Yeah, he can just completely remove it.
That's it. As you said, he's definitely outnumbered now, isn't he? Oh, he went for the blitz first. I'm surprised.
Oh, gets the break. And there it is. The Norse are home.
Armor value 9. What's the point?
Bro.
Oh no, he's 8. He's 8.
He is 8, and the 9 broke it. I think it's been a pretty clinical display by the Norse. They came out early, absolutely hot under the collar. And
honestly, I've been impressed with the second half of Joel. Obviously, the first turn 8, turn 9, 10 was probably his worst.
Yeah.
And I think it cost him in the second half. But I think he's done the right... This second half, I think, is probably a more fair representation of how the 2 teams should have been matched up.
Yeah. Yeah, I think Joel's really let himself down with a couple of, I suppose, positioning errors. You're right, at turn 8 and turn 9, he could have really pressed for some attrition back against the Norse. and then had a much easier drive. But he's taken risks where he's needed to, I suppose, because he hasn't had too many other options on the plate at the time. But he's made them work, and I suppose the only other mistake was down the scoring end of the pitch, where he just missed that go for it dodge. I think he underestimated Frenzy a little bit there, so
that first sack, he just had to come in one.
Yeah.
One more square.
He will absolutely learn something from this game and take something away from it. So it's these hard lessons that make us better players.
You would think so. Do you know how many hard lessons I've had? Still can't fucking do them right.
Yeah, hard lessons are supposed to be educators, but we keep coming back to this stupid game, so maybe we're all not that very smart.
No. Did you think, no way, I can't fail a double one again and have my favourite player killed?
Surely not. Surely not.
I laugh, you laugh, the game laughs.
Yeah. So this is interesting. I reckon if the Wizards win their next their match up tomorrow against the Security, that ties up the shit pit. That will mean that both the Wizards and the Norse can't be caught.
Ooh.
So this more or less secures. Yeah, thank you. This more or less secures the Norse's spot, and then leaves the door ajar for the Security if they're able to have a win.
There you go. You just it's not that bad. Just don't get a draw.
Yeah, well.
You're overrated.
Well, the draw, again, opens the door back up for Joel.
Yep. Ooh, reroll. Oh.
You haven't seen a lot of that. I expected to be lots of block on block this game, but there hasn't been a whole heap.
Well, most of them have been one die, or as you said, the woke blokes have just been clinical and just getting powers left, right, and centre.
Yeah, they have. They have, but they've thrown a lot of blocks, but they've made those blocks.
Yep.
Through good positioning, separating the dwarves, isolating them. It's been very good.
Interesting. What was the first kickoff result? Because the kickoff results really haven't done much for this game. I mean, sometimes they do.
I think it was an extra re-roll, if I remember correctly.
So sometimes, I mean, that's generally how the game.
A double skull.
Oh, he's fine. That was triple ones, I think, in a row, effectively. Yep, triple ones. I think I was playing one of my last matches. We rolled 20 block dice, and 14 of them were ones.
Oof.
Something we did. Just I can't remember which game it was. I was playing against someone. It was last week, and we looked at it. It was sorry, it wasn't just block dice. It was out of the 20 dice rolls, block and armor and injury and stuff like that. 14 of 22 were ones in the first 3 turns of the game.
Gee, you just pack up the board, don't you, and go home?
Well, you pretty much did. We looked at it, like the first 3 turns just went over, and we're like, great. I'm surprised we didn't push it on the ball. Just try and get. There's no turn 16.
Yeah.
Go for a foul. Give him a courtesy.
Yeah.
That wolf. Get the wolf. Kick the wolf. Just say thank you very much. I appreciate the game. Have you ever seen the movie From Dusk Till Dawn?
I can't say I have. Oh.
Alright.
Has a blitz
the
left.
The joke won't work then. Never mind.
Don't you hate that?
Oh, I get it a lot with my wife, don't worry. Have you seen this movie, dear? No. Would you like to? No.
My comedic genius is lost on you.
It has been for years. That's why I had kids. Hopefully one of them will be funny like me.
Right.
I'm surprised he didn't go for the foul. Especially on Covey. Covey loves to turn 16 foul.
Yeah. And there's the last 2 turns is what I more expected.
Yep.
Oh, there's still a chance for the Norse to go 2-1 here. Oh, sorry, 2-0 here, I should say. Maybe that's why he didn't do the foul. Because he didn't want to get the 2-0.
See. So he's going to have to go for the blitz on the block. But how's he going to get the ball out?
So I reckon we'll see the one dice berserker here. Oh. It has to be the one dice berserker, and then the dodge from the guy in the back, and then a throw. If he wants the score. How much does he want the score?
He's got no rerolls. Just
Ooh.
go for the... Oh!
Not the one dice I expected. But that's alright.
Good angle.
Yep. So now pick up 3+, 3+ for the handoff,
he's
and a 2+
do
for a go for it.
Stand
Triple
up,
A dead, what do you
dodge.
reckon? Oh,
We'll
got
see how
the
this...
dodge.
Oh, this is bullshit.
What do you reckon? Triple A
Tripwire.
dead?
No,
There
there's
it
the
is.
one. It was one turn too soon.
It was.
One turn too soon. Let's have a quick look at the results. 6 armor breaks to 14 armor breaks on Dwarves.
That's huge. That is huge. And that's with less armor 8 dwarves out there.
Yep.
Note that there's usually at least 4 that are armor 8. This time there was a maximum of 2 on the pitch that were armor 8. So that's 14 armor breaks against... I tell you what, the Troll Slayers broke a lot. Statistics.
55 pushes.
67 successful blocks. Now I note that a push is a successful block,
Yeah.
which resulted in the Blokes armor rolls against the Dwarves. They had, 36 knockdowns out of 67 successful blocks. 36 knockdowns, which they converted into 5 successful injury rolls, which I think includes knockouts. It does.
It's still not looking too bad because 67 blocks succeeded for the Blokes to 31, yet both got 2 KOs and only 2 injuries difference. So overall, as we saw at the end of that game, the pitch was actually looking pretty even.
Yeah, absolutely.
I think that's probably the biggest takeaway from anyone watching this. Even if your first half goes down the gurgler, just reset yourself. Press pause. Just say, hey, go to the toilet. Press pause for 5 minutes and just get ready for your second half because anything could happen. A blitz, a perfect defense, double ones.
Yep. Know the strengths of your team and try and get the game back onto the terms that you want to play on. The Dwarves wanted to play a bit more of a bashy game, and unfortunately, from the Norse's first turn, they were on the back foot. They were just trying to scramble and reposition. They weren't able to play a bit of bash. And when they were able to play a bit of bash, you saw the attrition catch up with the Norse, and they go back onto even playing field. So, yeah, I think you're 100% right. Reset yourself. Try and get the game back onto your terms.
I mean, if the second half goes, by all means, just fell away.
Absolutely. And then take to the vent channel and get it all out.
Absolutely. We will all support you or
100%.
kick you while you're down as well, depending on who's responding to you.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely.
So,
well, that's a
thank you for
wrap.
streaming.
We saw the really good matchup between the Woke Blokes and MSD3K. Roger.
Congratulations to the Woke Blokes as well, by the way. It's welcome to the
very
show,
impressive performance where the Woke Blokes won 1-0 after a really, really, really comprehensive first drive that really set it up for the remainder. The Dwarves didn't give up though. They fought through to the finish, and it was all in all pretty entertaining game.
It was good. I enjoyed it. And again, thank you so much for streaming.
No, my pleasure. My pleasure. Thanks for jumping on and joining me, and keep up the good work with the tips. It's entertaining, if nothing else.
Because they're not sure they're not correct, are they?
Well, mate, I think I'm on 0. No, I think that's my first correct tip for this round. I think I'm 1 from 5 now, so
I was saying this. I think it's been great for the competition that the tips have been so hard.
Yeah.
There's nothing worse when you can actually get 8 out of the 12 matches correct. It means that your league's probably not as healthy. The fact that we can only get about 5 correct does say something about the quality of the league and who's in it. That you think this team should win, and then it doesn't turn out that way. It's good. Just makes my job difficult.
It does, but it's awesome to watch. You and Pasto go through the tips.
Yeah, it should be good. Good luck tomorrow, sir.
Thank you very much. I'll stream it. It's a daytime stream because Mad Dog prefers a weekday through the day type game, and I just happen to be on leave, so it's fortuitous that it's worked out that way. So for those of you who'll be able to tune in from work, I'll have some Ram Ranch going for you. Make sure your volume's... I'm just kidding. I'm not going to do that to you.
Yeah, I skipped the first half and then he played it during a touchdown. That surprised me. Also surprised my staff. Like, oh, you bastard. You. Pete, there's something about 18 naked guys. Oh my God, no, turn it off,
No.
No. It's not like that, I mean it.
That's it. Well,
man.
Thanks for tuning in. Thanks for joining me, Jawa. And for those of you who haven't played your games, good luck. And those of you who've been tuning in to the OBBL on YouTube, thanks for joining us. We'll catch you next time.